On the Pro Wrestling Show this week, man oh man, what a show we have for you. Man, AEW is on a roll. We'll have the announcements on what's going on with AEW, plus the Raw SmackDown Ring Report as all new Pro Wrestling Show starts right now. Hello everyone, welcome to another edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host as always, Kendrick Dix. Glad you're here to join us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Man oh man, join in the hashtag right here using the hashtag Pro Wrestling Show right here on Connect. Thank you all for watching. Let's get started with the Raw Ring Report. On the Monday Night Raw Ring Report this week, Raw kicked off with a bang where Stephanie McMahon opened the show and called out, welcoming Becky Lynch to the show. Becky comes out. Stephanie had some concerns about Becky Lynch's knee. Will she be able to compete? And Becky told her it was none of her business. And Stephanie McMahon didn't have no choice but to suspend Becky Lynch, causing a huge total brawl between Stephanie and Becky. Becky Lynch wanted to get her hands on Stephanie McMahon so bad. Becky Lynch did, and Stephanie suspended her. And man, that didn't end there, as Becky Lynch was about to leave, and Ronda Rousey, who Becky Lynch was supposed to meet in WrestleMania, had a face-to-face confrontation, and they were just talking smack, and you can tell that's the emotion going on right now. Is Becky Lynch's knee, and how Becky Lynch will recover at WrestleMania. Will she be able to compete at WrestleMania? Also, Kurt Angle, there was news outlets about him teasing retirement, but Kurt Angle addressed those concerns until Baron Corbin and Drew McIntyre came out and attacked Kurt Angle, and Braun Strowman came out there to help even the odds. They had a tag team match later on, and at the end, Braun and Kurt won, but we'll never know what Kurt Angle was going to say, that he was going to retire or what. We don't know for sure. I was assuming he was, but at the same time, Kurt Angle, a true legend, the only Olympic gold medalist in WWE history, a former WWE champion. I know Kurt Angle knows that this is going to be his last run in him, but what a run. What an amazing run for Kurt Angle. The Revival earns a #1 contender shot at the Raw Tag Team Champions after going through a fatal four-way, defeating Heavy Machinery. After Heavy Machinery got repackaged. So they don't call themselves Tucker Knight and Otis Dozier. It's just Tucker and Otis. Going forward, just to shorten everyone's name. They defeated the B-Team, former tag team champions, Lucha House Party. So, hey, it is what it is. Also, the women's tag team scene gets even more advanced as Sasha and Bayley defeated Nikki Cross and Alicia Fox to win their final spot in the Elimination Chamber from the Raw side of things. So it's kind of interesting to know that the Raw women went through wrestling match to qualify, but on the SmackDown, they just easily qualify them because too much of the allocated TV time and stuff. So, hey, it is what it is. But Sasha and Bayley, I believe, could be one of the favorites. And then the dark horses is Nia and Tamina, to be for sure. But we'll find out Elimination Chamber. Also, Elias beats Jeff Jarrett, who has not competed on Raw in 20 years, I believe 20 years. 20 years Jarrett has not competed on Raw, and he was aided with the Roadie, bringing that nostalgia moment in 1995. But during this time, it was just totally different. As Jarrett won his match, Jarrett didn't win, but Jarrett won in the end by just attacking Elias and leaving Elias laying. So he got his revenge right there. They also announced Ric Flair was going to have his birthday celebration in 3 weeks in Atlanta. So next week, Ric Flair will be in attendance for Raw for his birthday celebration coming up. Speaking of that, Lashley and Leo Rush continue to aggravate Finn Balor, who wants the Intercontinental Championship match. Finn Balor thought he was going to get a match against Lashley, but that didn't turn out to be the case, as Lashley and Leo Rush turned the coin, where Leo Rush went against Finn Balor. Good match between the two. And at the end, Finn Balor won, and he earns himself a future Intercontinental Championship match at any given time he wants. So we'll see how that go. All right. Alexa Bliss hosted her Moment of Bliss segment on Raw, and she welcomed EC3 to her show. And she began to flirt with the upcoming star after Nia Jax interrupted, and EC3 couldn't have a word to say. Dean Ambrose came out of nowhere and told Nia that don't get involved in his business, or else, warned her. And then he turned his attention to EC3 and wondered what kind of makes him impressive. EC3 was about to say something, and EC3 showed him by knocking him out, left him laying. EC3 won his match against Dean Ambrose, when many people are considering saying that Dean Ambrose is about to job. So we'll see on that situation how EC3 fare on Raw. I don't see him on SmackDown because SmackDown don't have that much time restraints. So see him on Raw, but they ain't gonna do nothing. They ain't gonna do nothing good that he was given in Impact. I just didn't get why Impact just didn't keep him. But Impact had all this money, and I don't know. I just think personalities clash sometimes. Sometimes you got to put that aside and know what's right for business. Impact just, you had a star, and just, okay. And just right now, I'll say on the Impact report later on. All right. And then that was it on Raw, you know. Becky Lynch stole the show. Well, that ends the Raw Ring Report. Let's move to the SmackDown Ring Report. On the SmackDown side of things, Charlotte Flair kick off the show. Charlotte made mention that she should be the one fighting Ronda. She pointed at the sign, the WrestleMania sign, until Becky Lynch came out there and walked through the crowd. And Charlotte said that Becky Lynch is stealing gimmick infringement, with Becky's just stealing Roman Reigns' gimmick and coming out like she's taking her dad's catchphrase. And it led to another heated confrontation between Charlotte and Becky. But this time, it just didn't. It just got escalated when Triple H came out there and told Becky that, ain't you supposed to be suspended? And Becky said, who's gonna stop me? And Triple H was trying to reason with her, but Triple H said that, well, okay, I believe all this hype, but I believe you're a fraud now. But Becky Lynch didn't like that. She slapped the taste out of Triple H's mouth, which left speechless. Didn't know what to say and stuff like that. So, hey, it is what it is. We'll see how that's going to escalate. Also, an unlikely alliance between Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura went against the Good Brothers at the last week's segment, as R-Truth won the United States Championship from Nakamura and defeated Rusev in an impromptu match. So both of them led to attacking R-Truth. So R-Truth had his best life last week, being attacked by Nia Jax, and then the next couple of days later win the U.S. title. Can't get any good than that. Also, veteran Randy Orton battled one-on-one against Mustafa Ali in a good upbeat match, so showing the skills and stuff like that, until Samoa Joe came out there and destroyed both of them. Samoa Joe getting his receipt back on Orton for causing RKO on him, and Joe doing what Joe does best and doing the same on Mustafa Ali. Also, the WWE Champion Daniel Bryan gives a PSA moment in his home state of Washington. Daniel Bryan addressing the issue that, hey, we're all better than this. We're supposed to be Captain Planet, but you know, like I said, Jeff Hardy wasn't buying it till later on to the match, where Jeff Hardy and was watching the monitor and saw it and thought to himself, like, okay, let's see. I'll show him. I ain't got to climb out there and call him out. We'll talk about that. All right. All three teams of the women's elimination champion for the SmackDown side, neither of these teams had got qualified, and they just add them on in because SmackDown, I'm saying, time allocate, compete against each other. And Mandy Rose looking to prove a point to shut up Naomi. She did so by shutting her up. Mandy Rose went and defeated Naomi. The Naomi made some harsh criticism a couple of years ago on Tough Enough, where Naomi was a guest and Mandy was a contestant. And Mandy took the heart to it and got her revenge, her comeuppance. So, you see on that. In the main event, the WWE champion Daniel Bryan went against Jeff Hardy. High, match back and forth, but at the end, into no contest after Hardy delivered a swanton bomb on Bryan after Rowan got involved and caused the match to be in a disqualification. And then a whole list of elimination challengers, Hardy, Randy Orton, Samoa Joe, Mustafa Ali, AJ Styles came from the back and tried to give some, tried to find a new attitude that he said that Mr. McMahon said he was looking for. He kind of cleaned house. Even there was a person when Rowan picked up Mustafa Ali and dropped him on the announce table. Wow. Heck of a giant. All right, that ends the SmackDown report. When we return, we're going to have more. We're going to have hot topics. You don't want to go nowhere. This is the Pro Wrestling Show. Stay tuned. Back to the Pro Wrestling Show, everyone. Kendra Dix here, joining that conversation right here using the hashtag PSW here. All right. So, the cat's out the bag, all in. We can officially announce that Kenny Omega has signed with All Elite Wrestling. This is crucial. This is going to be an important element in the success of All Elite Wrestling. Signing Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega, a former New Japan champion. He's like the Sting of this generation. He was in WWE for a minute, but he was in a developmental standpoint. WWE wanted to sign him, but he refused WWE offer. So Kenny Omega, big sign for All Elite Wrestling. We'll see where they're gonna go. And many things is All Elite Wrestling gonna head to TBS? That's the question, and we'll have the answer next week. What this means significant that All Elite Wrestling could be heading to TBS and could be on TBS. And what a way to go back and resurrect where All Elite on TBS. Imagine that years ago, many people thought TBS and TNT was through wrestling. Now they resurrected back to wrestling due to when they was on WCW. So this is a good look for All Elite. Let's just see, and they can do some more on the NPN grand scale during like Memorial Day weekend. All right, even All Elite is making offers to our top WWE stars. They're targeting, saying a huge WWE star right now, but this is saying Randy Orton, Brock Lesnar. that's kind of big if you try to get Randall and Brock Lesnar to make your wrestling product work. But we'll see how this transpire between the two and how can they make contractual sides, because you don't want to be contract tampering with that. So we'll see how this goes and stuff on that end. Plus, Vince Russo claims that the all elite officials like the young, people like the Young Bucks, as some SCU, Daniels, and Kazarian, and Moshi and Chinga couldn't draw the masses in the Impact. Well, they kind of do. I disagree with them because at the same time they're drawing some masses. They're getting all this buzz, and if you can sell a 10,000 seat arena in Chicago without even announcing a match, you're kind of doing something right. Well, hey, I respect Vince Russo, and just at the same time, we'll just see how this goes and see how far it takes them, because that's impressive. All Elite Wrestling, starting something from a YouTube channel and working away to a wrestling organization, now to a television deal. That's amazing. It bigs up to the Young Bucks and Cody. Speaking of Cody said that he'll be out for 2 to 3 months due to injury. So Cody Rhodes might be just being in the front office, just handling the deals, negotiating. And then you had to look at this right here. They were at the Super Bowl. So the Super Bowl, you got to wonder. They're just enjoying the watch the game. But take care of some business. And they did. So many people are speculating that they probably went to TBS and negotiated a deal. We'll see how this deal transpires. So, hey, here's what it is. Also, they announced the Superstar Shakeup. Well, the Shakeup will tend to take place April 14th to the 15th. So it's like tax time. So we'll see who from Raw will get traded to SmackDown, who from SmackDown will get traded to Raw. I know Becky Lynch they just leaving it out right now. Becky Lynch going from SmackDown to Raw. Many others. So it's going to be real interesting to see how that shakeup affects the whole landscape of WWE. All right, that does it for the Pro Wrestling Show this week. I've been your host, Kitchen Dick, saying so long, and we'll see you next time here on the Pro Wrestling Show.